This is the problem we're having. There's really nobody in Bloomington. She does, now you're gonna laugh, you know Nancy Kleinau, I'm sure, but she cleans stalls at the boarding stable there, but she doesn't talk to Nancy. But aside from that, it's not. She's had a few lessons from Jennifer. She's had a clinic with you and a clinic with Linda Gray.
Pretty much what you see there is what she's done.
Yes.
And pretty much with that horse right there, we bred that horse and we fold that horse out, and everything that's in that horse is stuff that we put in him. So what you see is, you know, pretty much what you see there is what we and mostly what Bryn has done.
So she's getting there. You helped her quite a bit at that clinic with lateral work. She doesn't have an arena so much at home, although we have been hauling to a friend's. And so you really actually made a big difference with her lateral work.
Let Bryn talk to her.
Feel your connection. Don't change anything, but just make it where you have everything you're doing is good. Start having a little feeling in your hands through her mouth, his mouth. Sorry. Now, how do you get to Linden Gray? Comes this area? No.
EDAP, and it was up in Chicago.
Yeah.
It was a clinic she did for the kids. Bryn applied for. She's invited her 2 or 3 times.
So, as you know, I was one of the lucky ones who immediately got on board with George Williams once he became available again.
Huh?
And I know I'm going to have him at least 3 or 4 times a year. He's now a youth coach.
Yes.
So I will, and I told him that I will make priority to junior young riders for the clinic.
And she's pretty much one of those self-starters. She works down the street at the boarding stable for entry fees. She has...
So what we have to do now is you are right in that phase of, so he's second level solid and he's moving up to third, right? Give it a walk break because I want to make sure that we are on the same page. Because that has a lot to do understanding things here. So obviously you're riding it forward. vehicle, you're riding you forgot to push the clutch, so that it can still keep going, right? So now you kick the gas pedal and the brake at the same time. Obviously, that vehicle is not gonna be happy.
Yes.
And that's your horse. So I want you to connect your horse. So you trotted your horse around very nicely. The horse was very forward. But I don't want to almost use the word forward because that was fast.
Yes, we need to spread it out.
Well, no, you don't have to disturb with picking up front ends or anything like that. I would say a rhythmic, supple connection is what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Now, having the neck down is nice, but you don't have a connection. So the horse is just kind of going. And I think at this point in his education, this is how I would ride a 3 and a 4-year-old.
Yes.
Not an educated 10-year-old.
Yes.
So this is where I'm trying to get with it. So shorten the rein. And I want you to think about a medium walk. Now, I don't ride collected walk unless I absolutely have to. So, and now, the most important thing is to really work on, and I can tell you right now, you don't have really anything in your hands, right?
Yeah.
And this
For
is,
instance, I've had problems in the past. He likes to, I let him lay on my hands, and then he kind of get like, ooh.
well, you know, I would like for the horse to accept a little connection.
Yes.
And each horse has a different like. Like I have some horses who are a little heavier in the rein. I have some horses, they just light in my rein. But I still have the same result of connection. Which means when I give a half halt, will he wait and sink? Will he brace and lock? Or will he shorten his neck and just keep on trucking? You know, like I have a couple, and it's not because I make him do that, it's just the way they build, they have a really high neck set, which this one doesn't have. He probably has more the idea of going down into it.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a couple of exercises just to make sure that we have the balance right. And lower your hands, keep your elbows back, and I want you to really stabilize your body. If you have just this open here in your hands, it stiffens your shoulders and, you know, makes you a little bit stiff. Relax your elbows to the side of your body and really close it in. And then everything can really relax. Your shoulders hang down. Still with a quiet strength, but relax. There. And now I want you to really think, look up, and I want you to think about, let's pick the front right for that matter. You know, you feel the front right stepping, you feel the front right stepping. So the timing of your half halts become important. That imagine a wheel with a weight. Gravity will make it where the comes to a standstill when the weight is in the bottom, right?
Yes.
Obviously, that's where the pedal and stop the wheel from spinning. Eventually, it comes to a standstill. I want you to really feel about when do you have to put the brakes on so that it stops right on top, so it doesn't pivot section, and he's like, okay, what, am I slowing down, what, he's talking to you a little bit, so you say no. Okay, now come to a halt here, it doesn't have to be the front right yet, but I'm just saying, you wanna make a conscious decision on when you wanna half halt to make the horse come square. And a half step on the front right, just to make it a little up, right, and when you get down. Good, look at the mirror, it's okay, and walk again. Let's do this once or twice, and then we're gonna, and this is something you can just, maybe as you come out, and you have, usually you walk in a minute or two? Yes. Easy, good boy. So this is maybe something you can just play with a little bit as you come out. Don't let it get any low, pole stays the highest point. Good. And then just a halt here. Doesn't matter that, you know, you just have to get the timing and the feeling of, and halt and a half a step. Close enough, close enough. Good. Actually, the first one was the best. Your instinct was right. You know, we had a halt and a step out. It was a teeny bit off, but it was actually the best. Okay. But then he has to really supple and reach for that bridle in your hand. That's the next step after your halt. So, because usually you come down, settle, and exhale to loop, you know, and then look. All right? So, you have to really, seriously, it has to become a habit. Yes. And the other thing, it has to become natural. If you do it every day, the horse has, it just is so natural, they don't do it any other way. And the other thing I might want to add to it, every day before you get off, don't get off until he's square. You know what? These animals are so darn smart. You stick with that for a little bit, they want you off so fast. They cannot move themselves quick enough to be square. Seriously. I'm not kidding. It is just something, and then again, it becomes an automatic habit that when you halt, they square themselves. And you have to trust that they do. So this is the contact now I like. Don't let it get on it low. If you have the feeling, now this is another thing and I want you to think about because you are not supervised all the time, so I have to really make sure I give you these little pointers. Anytime you have that feeling that you want to lift your hand, is your instinct tells you he's getting downhill this way. And which means the hind leg is not working. If he increases 10 pounds in your hands, that means your hind leg is not working the 10 pounds it needs to be working. All right? So at that moment, I need for you, even if the head comes up or above, I need for you to think about, I need to make sure the hind leg is going this way, and you need to either spur